Hi everyone, welcome back to Little Books Great Stories. I'm Samantha Nair, and today I will be reading you a historical fiction essay that I wrote. Germany was home to the Führer. Nazi soldiers filled the streets. In between it all, there was a Jewish woman hiding in the corners of Cologne. Then just a few blocks down on 25 Bluhin Street, a Catholic family, the Schneiders, lived happily in Nazi Germany. They were against Hitler's final solution, yet acted as if they liked Hitler in front of their neighbors so they would not get in trouble. They would answer every time a Nazi soldier knocked at their door and said, "Hail Hitler," every time they saw someone, just like everyone else on Bluhin Street. They had absolutely nothing to be afraid of, except for their opinion accidentally slipping out and reaching the Nazis, which was almost impossible, for the Schneiders were good secret keepers. Then on April 29th, 1939, the family was just sitting at the dinner table and eating when there was a knock at their door. They assumed it was another soldier, but when they opened it, it was not a soldier, but a very tired and weary woman. Confused, they let her inside. Jonas Schneider asked her, "Who are you, and what has brought you here this night?" She replied, "I'm very sorry to trouble you, Herr, but I'm in great danger. Please help me, sir, please." And she fell to Jonas Schneider's feet. Jonas looked across the room to Mary Schneider and their child, Hannah. Mary nodded, and Jonas looked down at the woman. "You're welcome to live with us, Frau. Now please, tell us about you." The woman stood up. "First, what shall I call you, Herr and Frau?" Jonas replied, "You can call me Jonas. Our neighbors know me as Herr Schneider." Mary added, "You can call me Mary, and the neighbors know me as Frau Schneider." She held Hannah's shoulders. "This is our daughter, Hannah. What's your name, dear?" The woman smiled. "I am Anne-Marie Horowitz. Thank you, Herr and Frau Schneider. You have a beautiful daughter. I had one too. Her name was Eve. She should be 8 years now. When Eve was 3, she was taken to a concentration camp by a soldier. I lost my husband the year I gave birth to her. Ever since Eve was taken, I have grieved every night, thinking about my daughter. She was beautiful. Her eyes shone like stars and gleamed like the moon. Only if she was still with me." And she began to weep. Mary pushed her cushioned rocking chair over and sat Anne-Marie down. "I'm so sorry, dear," she said. Anne-Marie unwrapped a small, dirty sack, and from it she picked up a necklace with the Star of David. In the center of the star, it had a small green gemstone. She continued, This necklace is my daughter's. It's all I have left of her. This gem right here," she pointed at the green gemstone in the center, "I put it there for her. I put it there to make it unique. Unique like my Eve. She loved it, and she would wear it every day. I just want her back," she cried. Mary and Jonas exchanged looks of sympathy, and Hannah, she still couldn't process the fact that her parents agreed to take care of a random woman that knocked on their door at 9 o'clock at night. Anne-Marie wiped her tears and got up from the rounded chair. "I'm very sorry to trouble you, Frau and Herr Schneider, but I need a home, and I thank you very much for allowing me to live with you. Don't mind me crying. I do it a lot." Mary's expression turned to a soft, soothing smile. She took Anne-Marie down to the basement, and they put together some old blankets and pillows to make a small bed for her. Jonas and Mary showed her around the house and told her about themselves. Many days passed, and Mary and Jonas would keep their windows closed and try not to look suspicious. When there was a Nazi soldier at the door, Anne-Marie was told to go and hide under the stairs of the basement and cover herself with the blankets, and that is what she did. Then came one day, a normal August 10th in 1939. There was a knock at their door. They quickly signaled for Anne-Marie to go hide, and she did. They opened the door, But this time, it was a soldier with a very straight face, and he was not in the mood for even saying a simple hello. He walked inside and carefully searched the room. Close attention was paid to every object he walked past. He then saw Anne-Mary's daughter's necklace sitting on Hannah's dresser. He picked it up and examined it. "Warum hast du das?" he yelled. "Why do you have this? You are clearly hiding something. What is it?" Mary's pale face was already the color of a tomato. "Der Herr, we are hiding nothing." "Oh, really?" the soldier jeered. "Then why do you have this stupid star?" He shoved it into his pocket and looked around some more, then swung the basement door open and walked down. The sound of heavy breathing filled the room. The soldier laughed. "My Herr Schneider, I wonder if it is a blanket making that noise. Or it must be the staircase having a panic attack, right?" And with that, he pulled the blankets off Anne-Mary. Mary and Jonas stopped breathing. Hannah didn't know what to do. Anne-Mary stayed frozen in her curled-up position. "Get out, lady!" scolded the soldier. Anne-Mary slowly stood up. Her eyes filled up, but she did not cry. "Looks like the stairs and blankets have tricked me, didn't they, Schneider? You are all in great trouble. You woman!" The soldier glared at Anne-Mary. "Come with me, and you Schneiders are going to jail." The family was taken to jail, and that is the end of their story. Anne-Mary was taken to a concentration camp. One day, when she was working, she fell down and hit her head very hard. Everything turned black, and she fainted. She woke up to some strange feeling. When she opened her eyes, she saw a young child crouch above her, shaking her vigorously. "Get up quickly," she said in a hurried tone. "Get up before someone catches you. Get up and do your work. Hurry!" Anne-Mary was confused, but still got up and got back to work. She had no idea what had just happened. Days went on normally, and she didn't even know it, but she had amnesia because of that fall. You can't blame her, though. This was a concentration camp. The prisoners couldn't do anything about it, and the soldiers didn't even care. She didn't remember her daughter, husband, or the family she was with. She did not know why she was at a concentration camp and how it happened, but she had no choice but to do as was told. She even forgot about the Star of David necklace she had from her daughter. One night, Anne-Mary was laying down and looking around at everyone. Next to her was the same little girl that woke her up. She looked to be about 7 years of age. Anne-Mary looked at her. "Thank you for waking me up." The girl replied without looking at her. "You're welcome." She had some unknown, strange feeling when she talked to Anne-Mary. "What's your name, dear?" asked Anne-Mary. The girl replied, "Eve." Anne-Mary nodded. "I love that name. It reminds me of something, but I'm not sure what." She looked at her again and noticed a Star of David in her palm. A beautiful one, with a small green gem in the middle. Eve followed Anne-Mary's gaze. "It's the only thing I have left to remind me of my mother. She put this gem right here. I saw a soldier drop it, so I picked it up." Then she burst into tears. "I just hope Mama is still alive. I hope she's safe." Anne-Mary felt bad for the child. "It's okay, dear. Your mother must be safe. I'll pray for her," was all she could say. If you want to know how to write a historical fiction essay, then please watch my previous video. Thank you for listening to my historical fiction essay, and I hope this helps you write yours too. Thank you. Have a great day.